We just spent 5 days on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander, and we did it all. From the food, the shows, the vibes, the surprises. It's not a luxury cruise, but is it worth it?
We're giving you the full experience, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Let's get into it.
Let's start right at the top with Embarkation. We actually vlogged the whole entire process, and you can see it right up here. But here are just a couple of clips to show you exactly what it was like. We are boarding from the Tampa port, and yes, we came dressed and ready. It's currently 10:12 a.m. I'll let you know exactly what time it is when we get on board, so you know exactly how long it took us. We just stepped on board. Right now it's 10:43. Update, it is now about 12 p.m. and we came up to the adults only area just to find a little place to sit and to grab some water. Another update, it's 1:11 and they just announced that the rooms are ready. Clearly it was pretty smooth. We did have to wait a while for our room to be ready compared to other cruise lines, but I heard that really fluctuates depending on when you're sailing, so that might not be true for you. Altogether though, we were ready pretty quickly for the muster drill.
Just a quick heads up, they do an old-fashioned muster drill, so you're gonna go to your designated area, you're gonna get packed in like sardines, shoulder to shoulder, and it's gonna be hot, so remember to bring a drink, but it's good to know where to go in case of an emergency.
Yeah, I will say, if you are a first-time cruiser, this is kind of nice, because like you said, you know exactly where to go, you know exactly what to do, they even do a demonstration there, but if you have sailed before, you know, other cruise lines, you watch a video, you just scan to check in. So it's a little bit more of a process if you're used to cruising.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, flying, having to watch that safety briefing every single time. It's a little redundant, but you know, it's always good refresh.
Yeah, but you're like, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
I will say it's a little bit wild in 2025 being packed in with people like that again. It's been about 5 years since I've been packed in with people like that or done a muster drill like that. Yeah. So it was a little crazy to be back in that situation again.
Yeah, valid. You know what else is wild? That you haven't liked the video yet. Remember to do that.
What are you waiting for?
After the muster drill, it's time for the sail away party. And at this one, it gets pretty crazy because you can actually win free margaritas if you volunteer to dance or compete. And the conga line at the end was actually impressive. Like, I was impressed.
Yeah, that was so much fun. And honestly, everybody is so nice on this cruise line. People were just coming over and talking to us, and we were making friends left and right.
Yeah, the vibes were very, very high. We didn't really know what to expect, but it was honestly incredible.
Some of the best vibes I've experienced on a cruise ship, I'd say. Also, a little beside the point, but usually at this point on Embarkation Day, on certain cruise lines, the drink package has been shoved down my throat. They're trying to upsell you on things left and right. I experienced none of that on Margaritaville at Sea, and that is exactly what Jimmy would have wanted. Good vibes, big fan. After the sail away party, we went to dinner, and we went to the Islander. That's the included dining for suite guests. If you're not a suite guest, you're gonna go to Finn's, which is just downstairs, and it has the same menu, so I don't even know if the experience would differ at all. But I'll let the footage of the food kind of speak for itself. It was pretty good. I got Meemaw's meatballs, and I'm excited to try them out. It comes with a garlic bread. Do you see this thing? Cheers. It's okay.
The chicken is really good, super tender, and the sauce that they put on that, I don't know what it is, but it is delicious.
I gotta be honest that the best part of our dinners was actually the service. We gotta shout out Sandy and Leslie. They were absolute legends and made it an unforgettable trip. We appreciate you.
We love you.
But honestly, everyone in the dining room was just exceptionally nice.
Everyone had island vibes. That's what it was. Yeah. For real, everybody was just chill. Yes!
Just the way Jimmy would have wanted it. Chill. But let's get into the other food on board. Beforehand, we were a little nervous about it, to be honest. Like, we did a little bit of research and we weren't sure what we were gonna really be getting into. Nothing was like exceptionally good, but there were a lot of options, and a lot of options were doable. Like, it was just like good cruise food, nothing super duper special, but they had enough, and they actually had like a little bit of a secret menu as well. You could get some like chicken tendies and stuff like that, so that was a fun find. Yeah, I actually did have one thing that I thought was exceptional. It was French toast. Oh yeah, the brunch was exceptional. The brunch was exceptional, I will say. But yeah, at the buffet, you could ask for noodles or chicken strips or a couple of extra things that they don't usually have out. So go in knowing that tip, and I think you'll have an even better time at the buffet. Yeah. But the food does change every single day, and we found quite a few things that we enjoyed. Yeah, quite a few options. Surprisingly, the vegetables are very good. Yeah. Those were my favorite, I think, out of all the food. Yeah, the veggies were done very, very well, and we always appreciate that. If the included food on board isn't cutting it for you though, there are paid options like the coffee shop on board. I really enjoyed that. Really good.
Anything we ate from there was delicious.
Meatball sub specifically, that thing was nice.
But honestly, when it comes to the coffee, I wasn't that impressed by it, but I think that's because their regular coffee that's free, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So I didn't really need all of the extra flavoring and things like that. True. But if you do love your lattes in the morning, that is an option there as well.
Yeah. Now we spoke about brunch a little bit earlier. This is the one non-negotiable. It is an additional cost, but I promise you it is worth it. It's called the Sparkling Brunch. We had eggs Benny and French toast that tasted like dessert, and it was so good. Like, I still think about it to this day. Goes down as some of our favorite cruise food.
Yeah, I'm putting it on the screen right now. Does that not look like an amazing French toast? Every time I'm editing and I see that, I'm like, ooh, bring it back. Other than that, you've got the Tiki Grill and Island Eats that are paid for food. We didn't go to those, and I'm gonna be honest, I never saw them open. They had hours, I just didn't check the hours, to be honest.
I don't know if we just completely missed it every 100%. Single day, but I never saw food there. And
we also didn't end up going to JWB Prime Steakhouse. That's gonna be where you're able to get like a fancier dinner. It is an added cost as well. We just kind of didn't feel like we needed to go there with the Islander. Oh, I almost forgot about the sushi as well. This is at the far side of the world, like lounge area, and it looked really delicious. We just didn't end up getting it as well. We want to know how much your included things stand on their own, because we don't expect you to go on a cruise and want to pay for every meal you're having. True. But I also understand if you're going to pay for a meal, you kind of want to know what that meal is like. Sorry, can't report on those. Are bad. We will be going on another Margaritaville at Sea cruise soon, and we'll tell you about those added cost experiences ASAP.
So not only did the added cost food look and sound really good, but so did the drinks. There were honestly so many options, and to be transparent, we're not super big drinkers, but I know they poured heavy because we did actually, we indulged a bit.
We had a few, but even as non-drinkers, I was really impressed with the mocktail options. Yeah. They had actual concoctions and different drinks that weren't just like, can I get a virgin this or that? It was actual, like a mocktail menu at every place. Right.
But they did still have the classics, you know, the virgin pina colada, the virgin strawberry daiquiri, a mango one, I think, so they get down.
I had a good time. Yeah. Moving on from food and drink though, I think we have to talk about Disembarkation as well. I will say we had priority Disembarkation, which all of the suite guests get, but even people that didn't seem to be getting off super smoothly and really fast. Yeah. Speaking of suite guest perks though, another perk is the priority seating at the shows. And when it comes to the entertainment, I did not expect all of the acrobatics at the production shows. The 18+ shows get absolutely wild.
We're talking hide your kids, hide your wives. Things are coming out.
Everywhere, from everyone.
Everywhere, everything. Everyone.
All the time.
Speaking of entertainment, there's actually something super special you can do on Margaritaville at Sea Islander. There is a Jimmy Buffett speakeasy. You get cocktails along with it, but you get to go into the speakeasy. There's a bunch of personal items like his record collection, photos, personal guitars, just a bunch of crazy things that I never thought I would see. And it honestly was super cool to see kind of like behind the scenes a little bit more, especially to see more of Jimmy.
Yeah, I believe this is $75 per person, and it really makes you respect Jimmy Buffett more. Whether you're a huge fan or you go in not knowing that much about him, you're gonna leave being like, wow, I want to live the Jimmy Buffett life.
What a guy.
We don't want to give too much away about the speakeasy because it's got to be a nice surprise for you if you go. But I will say the drinks there are the strongest you will get on board. It's insane.
You can also get mocktails though.
Yes.
Another behind the scenes activity you can actually do is gonna be the bridge tour. I think this was about $70 to $75 per person, but it was super duper worth it. Super cool to kind of peel back the curtain and see all the controls, see where they get to, you know, live and all that. You walk right past their quarters. Like it was a fun experience.
It was. And also if you're nervous about cruising at all, doing this bridge tour is going to completely change that. Yeah. You get to see all the redundancies, you get to see all of the safety equipment, and it's wild. It's wild to see.
It's safe. It's safe.
It's super safe. I don't think I'll ever be nervous with cruising again. And there are some nights we'll start to get a little bit nervous just being human. Yep. But I don't think that's gonna happen anymore, for me at least.
It might still happen.
If it isn't obvious, both on the bridge tour and the speakeasy, you can't take any videos, only photos. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in taking some videos.
You can't. So of course we have to talk about one of the most important things, which was our stateroom, obviously. We were in a breezy balcony stateroom, which hosts about 2 to 4 people. And it was honestly really nice. Like the bed was super duper comfy, maybe one of the comfiest we've ever had. The balcony was great. The vibes were on point.
It was honestly fantastic. I will say it wasn't 100% spotless, maybe like 99%, but you can tell it was completely clean.
Yeah.
And I also really like the touch of all of the soaps being paraben and dye free. It's just like a tiny little touch, but I'm kind of a fan of those things.
It means a lot.
So after all the things we just went through, I think the 4 things that might be worth paying for if you're looking to get some extras would be the drink package, even if it's just for soda.
Absolutely.
Also, we didn't get this, but we heard from other guests that the dining package was really worth it, so might be worth looking into that as well. It gets you a few different dinners at like JWB, you get to have the brunch, so you get to try every single thing on board at a specific cost.
Right. Number 3 is gonna be a suite if you can swing it. The perks are super nice with priority disembarkation, getting to eat at the Islander, getting the private lounge that has soda and water and coffee. That thing is nice.
That's actually a really good point, bringing up the private lounge, because if you're somebody that's getting the drink package just for soda, if you get a suite, you get access to a lounge with free soda. So if you're somebody like your mom, for example,
Needs her Diet Coke.
absolutely, and she's not trying to get the alcoholic beverages, getting a suite might make sense financially? Question mark?
Lastly, number 4 is obviously gonna be the brunch. The brunch was the best food we had, and again, non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. And I do believe you get a mimosa with brunch as well. So if you're here for the drinks, that means something. Oh, we totally forgot about the Speakeasy.
Yeah.
Just kidding. 5 things that are worth paying for. The Speakeasy, I think, was fully worth it. Everybody should do it when they go on board.
100%.
It is exclusive to the Islander. So if you're watching this and you're going on the Paradise or the Beachcomber,
Sorry. That's our take on our 5 days aboard the Margaritaville at Sea Islander, and honestly, it exceeded our expectations. Was it perfect? Of course not, but it was so fun. It brought those old school cruise vibes back, and the crew was amazing.
for real. If you want to see more of our Margaritaville at Sea experience, check out our Embarkation Day vlog, or check out our whole ship tour right here of the Islander. And we have another sailing coming pretty soon, so we'll be bringing you a lot more of that.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like. It really helps us out a lot. Leave a comment as well, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one. Fins up.
Fins up.